Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Castle here at CCBC Essex. It is Game 2 of our doubleheader as the West Virginia Potomac State Catamounts go up against your CCBC Essex Knights. The Knights looking to make it a clean sweep of the Catamounts here today as the women's team came out victorious 11-0 in that one. The Knights and the Catamounts have not met in over 6 years. Knights head coach Joe Fiedler brings his team into the game with 4 straight shutout victories. So the defense and Jack Roby playing at the top of their game right now. Catamount sophomore midfielder Geraldino, will look to build off a 4-goal performance and a 4-3 win at Carroll last week. The Knights are in the midst of a great start to their season. They sit at 8-2 through 10 games. Last season, they were a modest 5-4-1, so what a tremendous turnaround from last year. Through 10 games last year, once again, 5-4-1. Through 10 games here this season, 8-2. Coach Fiedler, tremendous effort by him and the rest of the coaching staff on this men's team. And no surprise because Coach Fiedler and the coaching staff has done a great job with the women's team as well this season. The Catamounts keeper Sean Adams, well, he should expect a heavy workload today. The Knights enter play with close to 20 shots per game. They have found the back of the net over 4.5 times per game. So coming into the game close to 20 shots on goal and almost 5 goals a game. Tremendous numbers for the Knights heading into this contest. And like I said a minute ago, the Knights looking to make it a clean sweep of the Catamounts with a victory here today as the women's team got the victory earlier in Game 1. The Knights in the white jerseys, Catamounts in the blue. And Ren Yasoy got the ball stolen from him on his first touch. Ren missed his name being called on the PA announcement over the PA loud system. PA announcer went through all the starters. Forgot Mr. Ren, number 1. How could you forget him? Freshman out of Japan, 5'4" freshman. One of the smaller players on the team, so maybe that's why he got forgotten. But his play on the field, much bigger than 5'4". He's been a guy almost always around the ball. Him and Isaiah Price and, of course, Hadachi doing a lot of goal scoring here. Ren, actually really not doing as much goal scoring as those other 2 guys. He only has 2 goals to his name. Does have 4 assists, though. He is the leading assist man on this team. He's a guy who generates a lot of offense. There's Hollinsworth getting ahead on that ball. Not out of the danger zone just yet. Catamounts playing around with it in their offensive zone. They're going to work it back towards the midfield now. Tremendous defensive effort by the Knights, forcing the Catamounts into a bad decision there as Roby comes off the line and makes the save. For those of you at home who haven't been watching this season, Jack Roby is in the middle of a tremendous season. He's another goalie in a long line of solid keepers here are at this school, that is. Jack Roby, 4 shutouts to his name here this season. And a save percentage over 75%. Like I said, he is just another goalie in a long line of solid keepers here at CCBC Essex. Knight's going to look to switch fields here. Good idea. Ren's right there to control it and give it back to Onalaje. There's our first real aggressive move there by the Knights. It does not work. We're going to have our first penalty of the game. We'll go against the Catamounts. Catamounts player got caught bringing down Hidachi. That was number 4's Jose Castillo. And he gives the Knights a great opportunity. Probably not going to go from goal from out here, but you put this into a goal-scoring area, let one of your teammates go after it. Let's see what they do. Backside of the box, somebody's there. And, man, would that have been a tremendous goal if it counted. Offsides flag was right there, right on top of it. That far sideline judge was. Before the ball even got to the foot of the Knights player, the flag was up in the air, and there's a whistle. Some pushing and shoving. Hidachi had his hands on number 13 for the Catamounts. Leon Bolts. Bolts, tallest man on the field. 6'5" man out of Hamburg, Germany. He looks every bit of 6'5". Catamounts with possession, far sideline, almost 5 minutes into this contest. Good start for them. They've had an offensive opportunity, and they've been able to limit the Knights' offensive opportunities. It's a game where, we don't keep track of time of possession at this level, but this is a game where the Catamounts, if they want to come away victorious, they need to control time of possession. They can't allow the Knights to have opportunity after opportunity, because eventually they will break through, and you give them enough chances, they will start to run away with it. Catamounts looking for something, cannot get it out of their defensive zone, end up turning it over right at the midfield line. They're able to knock it out of bounds and regroup. Midfield checking back in towards the defensive area. The Knights slow to take this throw in. They want to get their offense set up as well. They throw it over to Price, and Price is stonewalled there. Nice move by Bolts, using the height advantage as he used his body as a shield and shielded Price away from getting to that ball. Smart move there by the man out of Germany. Oh, here's a dangerous play. Hidachi and Isaiah Price not on the same page there. Hidachi wanted Price to check in or streak towards that far sideline. Price instead headed more towards the middle. Communication breakdown there between teammates. Here come the Catamounts. Can they save that from going out of bounds? They cannot. And that's a communication breakdown there between teammates that is really surprising, as Hidachi and Price, two leading goal scorers here on this Knights team. Those are two guys who have made a lot of music this season together. Been good music, too. Sounds a lot better than the music your nephew makes in his basement. There's a play, far sideline. Wren, can he chase it down? He can, and he gets it with control around one defender, carrying towards Hidachi. No! Shot second time! No good! Did the goalie get a body on that? I think he did, the way the ball headed towards the sideline. Two opportunities at it there for the Knights. Neither of them can break through, though they'll still have an opportunity to knock on the door, as they have a throw-in deep in their offensive zone. Here's Tushizawa, excuse me. Now they're switching fields, going on to the far sideline. Almost 10 minutes into the contest, and there's an offsides call. That far sideline judge right on top of it. As soon as that ball got there, the flag was in the air. No hesitation whatsoever. Seems like such a small thing, but I think that's important. Goes a long way in helping the refs stay on top of the game. Limit the chippy stuff. Oh, Price, he's given one shot. He cannot get a good foot on that one. Woo, man. Catamounts avoided disaster that time. My dad always used to say sometimes it's better to be lucky than good at anything, and both teams got lucky there, and Isaiah Price just ran into a brick wall. Number 13, the man out of Germany. Looking more like Dirk Nowitzki out there right now. How much he's towering over everybody out there on the field. Just put the shoulder right into Isaiah Price's chest, and Price didn't move any further. Tushizawa gives it up. Dangerous play. Onalaja had it for a second. Catamounts have it now. They need to get rid of this ball, or at least get it over onto the other side of the field. A lot of white jerseys on this near sideline. And that one will go out of bounds. Saying last touched by the Catamounts. Either that or it's a whistle against the Catamounts. It will be a whistle because they're setting up the set piece right in front of this near sideline. See if they have another go at it on that far side of the box. That's where they put their last set piece. This one a little bit more towards the middle. And that was a really difficult play to make. And they're going to get a corner kick. Wow, bad execution there from the Catamounts. That wasn't a terrible set piece, but it wasn't the best effort. Didn't have a lot of people headed in towards that area, but the Catamounts don't do a good job of clearing the ball, and they give a corner kick to the Knights. A great opportunity for some offense 10 minutes into the game. Corner kick, far sideline. First of the game, quality corner, and Isaiah Price is able to get ahead on it, but he flicks it over the top crossbar, and he split the uprights, actually, the field goal post. Good opportunity wasted there by the Knights. Catamounts looked like they had a good footing in the game to start in the first 5 minutes or so, but since then it's kind of been all Knights. A lot of play in the Catamounts defensive zone. And there's a clear there by the Catamounts, but not with possession. Now the Knights trying to find the Catamounts defense out of position. They do. Here's Price. Can he turn and shoot? He does. What a save. Another shot. No good. And that'll be a goal kick for the Catamounts. Number 20, Joel Romero, freshman goalkeeper out of Winchester, Virginia, will keep this thing scoreless with a tremendous save on an Isaiah Price shot. More times than not, number 9 for the Knights is going to score on a play like that, but Romero, sometimes you're playing goalie at this level, it's kill or be killed, and Romero decided he wanted to live to see another day. Made the play there on a point-blank shot. Just over 30 minutes to play in this first half, and it'll remain scoreless a little bit longer. Can we see the Catamounts build some offense here? A lot of momentum on the side of the Knights. That's going to be a trip. Price, lazy defense there. Just kicked it off of Isaiah Price's back. And a substitution coming into the game for the Catamounts as they will have possession. Throw in on the near sideline. That cannot be controlled. Catamounts, luckily for them at least, they're able to send it away before making or committing the penalty. Here come the Knights trying to find Catamounts out of position defensively. Does not work, though they will maintain possession. Wren. Rios now playing it back towards the defense to Shizawa. Long pass. Wren is there. Those two are on the same page right now. Second time that long pass for them has been open on that sideline. This time they're going to cross fields. Hollinsworth is there. Can he chase that one down? He can. He's got a man to beat. He beats him, sends it in towards the middle, and it's sent away by the defense for the Catamounts. But the Knights are still knocking on opportunities' door as they have possession. To Shizawa once again. And Hidachi was breaking towards the box, but it's sent away by the Catamounts defense. Hollinsworth with it now. Can't beat the defense, so he gives it up. Here comes the cross. Good tackle there. Sends the ball away, but it does give a corner kick to the Knights. Hollinsworth will take it. This one will come on the near sideline. The last corner was really good, but it was on the far sideline, and someone else for the Knights took it. Hollinsworth going to get his first try at it. Near sideline, hands in the air, ball will follow. Second effort, not very good. 2 blue jerseys there. Somehow a white jersey's the one who gets it, and a handball. The Catamounts are calling for it, and they'll get it. Man, without that handball, that would have been a really good opportunity for the Knights, as that one was bouncing around. Could have found its way onto a goal scorer's foot. Speaking of goal scoring, here comes Rin. Around one man and scores! The bad turnover gives an opportunity to the Knights, and they make the most of it. Number 1, Rin Yasu, with the steal, gets around one defender and puts on the perfect shot. Nothing the goalkeeper could do about that one. Romero watches that one go past his arm. He guessed right. Just was a little bit too far out in front of his outstretched arm, and that is 1-0, 15 minutes into the first half. Can the Catamounts answer? They've got a chance on the long pass. Roby comes out, and he got a piece of his body on that. Catamounts offensive player wants some kind of call. I don't know what call he's arguing for. Goalkeeper's got as much right to that ball as he does, and it's not like Roby went in there for a tackle or something. So this game a lot more competitive, at least to start, than our first game. To Shizawa, looking for a long pass. He's got a target. Hollinsworth streaking up the near sideline. And can he get to the ball? He cannot. Tremendous job there by number 9, Sam Perry, a freshman out of Kaiser, West Virginia. He's using the body as a shield. Would not let Hollinsworth get to that ball. Hollinsworth, he's kind of a pit bull out there. He's feisty. He's working hard to get to it, but tremendous defensive play there by the Catamounts. Catamounts are down, but certainly not out. They need something to break their way, though. They don't need a goal right now, but they need a play that gets some of that momentum onto their side, because the momentum is all on the side of the Knights. And the longer that stays that way, the smaller the Catamounts' chances of victory get. Wren with the ball on the far sideline, wanted to go fast, but decides to slow down and give it up towards to a teammate. Knights looking to get their second goal of the game. Their first goal, really a gift. The turnover went right to Wren. Wren made a couple guys miss and put a perfect shot on goal. So he still had to work for it, but the possession was gifted to the Knights. Here comes Hidachi, trying to get around that defense. Cannot. Good effort once again by number 9, Sam Perry. Catamounts trying to clear it out. Cannot. Wren, one-touch shot. Just a bit outside, and he was offsides anyway. Man, great effort by number 1, Rin Yasu, just to get a foot on that. Sometimes broadcast partner Patrick Coonan has said this season, those volley shots like that, some of the hardest shots to save as a goalie, but also some of the hardest shots to get off as an offensive player as well. Got to be perfect all around. That time, nobody perfect. Rios around one defender, cannot get around the second. Nice defensive effort there, that time from number 23, Alex Eef, also out of Hamburg, Germany. Catamounts looking to go for the long pass. I tell you, that strategy is going to be tough to beat the Knights with that kind of strategy. Their defense is not a defense that's going to find themselves out of position on a consistent basis. And if you're not perfect with that long pass, that's kind of what you're hoping for, is to catch the defense out of position. Knights perfect position that time. You may see the Catamounts try and oh, what a move by Hollingsworth with the flick. The give and go. Another one. Onalaje. Oh, it's sent away by the Catamounts. Great defense. Better offense, though, from the Knights as they're still at it here. Man, all that set up by the tremendous flick by number 4, Brendan Hollingsworth, the sophomore out of Baltimore, Maryland. Archbishop Curley is where he spent his high school days. Hollingsworth, almost a highlight reel play there. Catamounts now on the attack as Wren and the Knights give it up. Catamounts give it right back. Here's Adachi. Fakes the shot. Now slows it down. Gives it up to Wren. Far sideline. He's got space. In towards the middle. It's off the head of a Catamounts player. Number 2, Roger Larte. Roger, right time, right place, as that ball was headed towards an area where there was a couple white jerseys there. And it'll be a corner kick for the Knights. Their third of the game, second of the game from that far sideline. Remember, fans at home, their first corner kick of the game came from that far sideline. Very good, almost the first goal of the game for the Knights. Fast forward, the Knights do have one goal. Could get a second here. Tushizawa got a head on that ball, but it went over the net. Man, that far sideline is working for the Knights on the corner kick. 2 corner kicks from that spot on the field and almost 2 goals from it. The score will remain 1-0 for a little bit longer, but not for lack of trying. They'll play it back to Roby. Roby, one-touch pass back to his teammate, Tushizawa, who gives a one-touch pass right back to Roby. Knights defense slowing down, trying to catch the Catamounts out of position. Long pass by Roby does not find its target. Instead, it finds the big man out of Germany. Number 13, Leon Bolts. Oh, nice move, getting around one defender. Fancy dribbling there from Roger Larte. Won't amount to much, though, as it looked like the Knights are going to have possession now. Nope, Catamounts find a way to get it back. They need something to break for them before halftime. I don't think they need to get a goal before halftime, but they do need to keep the Knights from getting another goal, and they do need to find a way to get something going offensively. They need something to go their way, give them a little bit momentum, give them a little bit of momentum. That momentum has been elusive for them so far. It's been all Knights, pretty much from the tip. And here's Onalaje, splits the defense. Man, he is so fast out there. Those pink cleats are like a blur when he gets the ball in space. Here's a through ball that will go all the way through and roll safely into the waiting arms of Jack Roby. Roby so quick once he gets the ball and sees an opportunity for a throw. He has the ball, and you blink, and he no longer has it. He wants to keep the momentum on his team's side. He sees his midfield, his forwards, and his defenders working hard, and he wants to reward them with possession. Through ball, Hollingsworth is there. And he doesn't have possession. Nice defensive move there by Gustavo De Armas. Flick doesn't work that time for the Catamounts. Here come the Knights, splitting the defense. Can he get around the third defender? He can. Here comes Will Tanay, and he's sent away. Catamounts cannot control it. Sloppy play there gives it possession to the Knights. Luckily for them, the Knights can't do much with it. Just over 20 minutes to play here in the first half. The score will remain 1-0 for a little bit longer. Catamounts with possession now. Goalie with it. He can't pick it up as it was played back to him by a defender. So he kicks it over to that defender again. Far sideline. Catamounts really looking for offense here. Whistle will go against the Knights. Aggressive play. Avitrani, I think, was the one who got the whistle. It was Javier Avitrani, sophomore at Columbia, Maryland. Usually one of the first two players off the bench here for this Knights squad. Avitrani. Will Tanay, number 10, usually one of those guys as well. Here today, he found himself in the starting lineup. No surprise. So many guys on that bench unit for the Knights really could be starters. Onalaje, not his best effort there. I'd like to have that one back. He's getting some coaching from the sideline there. Got to have better placement on that ball in towards the box. Even if you do have a teammate over there, hard to do anything with it once you catch it in that area. Knights will have possession on a set piece 10 yards into their offensive area. 20 minutes left in the first half. To Shizawa. Oh, that's a dangerous play. Isaiah Price got to be under more control than that. Don't think he's going to get a card. Think the refs noticed that that was accidental. Price did try to jump into the air, try and avoid the contact with the keeper, but going to raise a lot of eyebrows anytime you make contact with the keeper once he has the ball. Substitution coming into the game. And Price is headed over into that area, so I think he knows it's for him. Coach Fiedler's sitting down, though, so I don't think he's that mad. If he was really mad, he'd be standing up and waiting for Price to get over towards that scorer's table. Hollinsworth, sneaky play to run away from the defender there. Flicks it off the head and over towards a teammate and gets this whole possession started. Under 20 to play here in the first half. The Knights in the lead and in the driver's seat as well. It's been all night since the opening whistle. Only one shot on goal in the game for the Catamounts, and it came early on in that first half. There's Bolts trying to do a little bit too much there. Almost lost it. See those long legs for power, not finesse, as he almost lost the ball trying to do a little bit too much dribbling it. And the Giant goes down. Opportunity for some offense, and the first opportunity for offense for the Catamounts in quite some time. Probably not going to go for goal from here, but you put this in towards the box, give an opportunity to one of your teammates. Let's see what the Catamounts do here. Hands in the air, ball follows, headed towards the goal-scoring area. Tushizawa comes up limping. Lost a shoe in the process as well. Be surprised to see him leave the game. I know that young man is extra tough. Now that was a good ball. There was a blue jersey over there. It was spinning away from the keeper. So Roby didn't have a chance at it. Just good defensive effort there for number 30, using the body as a shield, not allowing Catamounts to get towards the ball. So good effort, but it doesn't count for much because of the better defensive effort by the Knights. 1-0 will remain the score a little bit longer. Knights in possession, trying to push it to 2-0 here, but not in a hurry to do so. To Shizawa, played in towards the middle. Bolts can't get it, and that one splits the uprights. That'll count for 3 on Sunday, but nothing here this afternoon. And I hear the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are looking for a place kicker. A couple more like that, he may get a call from old Bruce Arians down in Tampa. Nice defensive effort. Stonewalled there. Ren Yasu. If he would have got possession there, he could have taken that to the house. He had a little bit of space in front of him. Oh, here come the Catamounts. Opportunity headed towards offense. Nice move there by Asaheni. But he cannot clear it over the sideline. Instead, it goes over the end line, and it does give a corner kick to the Catamounts. Opportunity for some offense late in this first half, just over 15 minutes left in the first half. Corner kick, far sideline, first corner of the game for the team in the blue jersey. Hands up, ball will follow. Good corner. Tashizawa got a leg on it. Still bouncing around. Who last touched it? Catamounts look like they have it, and they do get the call. Throw in near sideline, deep in their offensive zone. Avatrani clears it out of the box, and now Hollinsworth looks to clear it out of the defensive zone. He does. Wren. Here come the Knights. They've got space. They've got possession in the box. Shot. Save by Romero. He came off the line, timed that one perfectly, made the save with not a lot of time to spare. Joel Romero, goalkeeper out of Winchester, Virginia. Another nice play here. He gave up one earlier, but he's kept 2 off the board here for the Knights. He's actually kept a couple more than that off the board, 4 in total. That's how many saves he has right now. But 2 of those 4 saves have been of the spectacular variety. Knights first to the ball pretty much every time. Big reason why. If you're not prepared and if you're not on top of your game when you come into the Castle to play this Knights team, sometimes it's going to feel like you've just run into a buzzsaw because this Knights team is so efficient and they don't break down throughout the game. You know, you see a lot of times, sometimes teams will, you get into that second half, late into that second half, you got a lot of guys with hands on knees. You're not going to see that against this Knights team. They are a well-conditioned team. Coach Fiedler makes sure his men are ready to run. One of the reasons why Ren Yasu has fit so well with this team. Ren, you saw there, almost creating offense out of thin air. Got around a couple defenders and got a cross off and put it in towards a good goal-scoring area. No one could do anything with it, though. Just over 10 minutes left here in the first half. The Knights still looking for that second goal of the game. Avatrani thought about the long pass instead. Went short, and Onalaja will get the throw. Onalaja wanted a set piece. Referee looked like he said, "My bad." Like he didn't see it. A little chest tap. Ball on the outside, played in towards the middle. No one there. Hollingsworth does eventually chase it down. Flag is up on the far sideline. Clock's continuing to run here. Just over 10 minutes left to play in this first half. What an exciting first half this has been. So much different than the first half in the first game between these two teams, or these two programs. These two programs, women's teams, went head-to-head in game one of our doubleheader, and it was not very close. The Knights laid the beat down on Potomac State. 11-0 final score in that one. Not a good pass. Alvatrani wasn't expecting it. They're bailed out as the Catamounts give it right back. Hollingsworth, the through ball will find its way through, but it'll go off the end line, and it'll be a goal kick for the Catamounts. Not much Hollingsworth could do there. Wasn't a lot of movement away from the ball there. Tried to give a teammate an opportunity, but nothing happening. Elijah using the body as a shield. Plays it over to Tushizawa, and then he clears it away. Here come the Knights on the attack once again. Hollingsworth plays it over towards the near sideline, and this time there is a whistle. It'll go against Rios as Sam Perry, number 9, defender for the Catamounts, found himself on the turf. Perfect Thursday for some soccer. Really perfect Thursday for some sports. You got a doubleheader of soccer action. This game should be over by 7 o'clock. Then you get to catch the Thursday night football game. No idea who's playing in that game, though. We'll find that out at halftime. Exciting start to the NFL season if you're a Baltimore Ravens fan, which I'm sure most of you out there listening are. Ravens offense this season looking a lot like the Knights offense this season. I'm not sure what the idea was there. Number 8, Gustavo de Armas, freshman out of Stockholm City, Sweden. Not his best effort there. As I was saying, this Ravens offense, this early part of the season, looked a lot like the Knights offense. A lot of points being put up on the board and an ability to strike and score in different ways. Another similarity that they have. You talk to defensive coaches, really in all sports, and they'll tell you that quick strike offense is the most difficult offense to defend against. Oh, man, that one rolls off the end line. And it'll be a goal kick. Romero forced the issue there and almost got burned. Luckily for him, a ball rolled one too many times. Rolled off the end line. Alvatrani forcing the issue, getting the turnover, and getting possession back for his team. Under 9 minutes to play. The Knights still looking for that second goal here in the first half. Here's Will Tanay. Whoa, what a tremendous tackle there from number 18. Gino Geraldino. You can't make that up. Knights with possession after the turnover from the Catamounts. Wheels starting to fall off the bus here in the late stages of this first half for the Catamounts. They're turning the ball over a lot in their defensive zone and at the midfield line. It's been a couple minutes out for them without some quality offense. Cannot allow the Knights to continue to knock on opportunities' door like this, because they're eventually going to kick it down, and they're going to find a way to kick it down with consistency. As this Knights team is one of those teams where you blink and they put 3 goals up on you, and the game's pretty much over. Hollingsworth, round 1 defender, just tremendous dribbling there from Hollingsworth. Had the ball on the string, the pass not so much. Hollingsworth gets it back though, loose ball, 50-50 towards the box, shot, and no, it's sent away by the Catamounts. And a third corner kick from that far sideline is going to set the Knights up with a tremendous opportunity. Hollingsworth wanted to go fast, but he's being subbed out of the game. And also, don't think that would have been a smart play for the Knights to try and go fast there. Catamounts were in good position, and that far sideline with the corner kick has been very kind to the Knights. 2 opportunities for them from that sideline, and almost 2 goals from it. Here's the third chance. We're going to see more quality. We do, and Catamounts defender gets ahead on that one. Miscommunication there between the Catamounts defender and the goalkeeper, because the goalkeeper was the only other player who had a shot at it, and maybe he could have caught it. Maybe he didn't feel like he could, and that's why he let the defender get to it instead of him. Does give another corner kick to the Knights. More of the same. This time the goalie makes the catch. Just over 5 minutes to play, and disaster is avoided, at least for now, for the Catamounts. Ho, ho, ho. Nice trickery there from the big German. Hardcore soccer fans know that Germany develops a lot of solid quality players. Whoa, what a tackle! And offsides, though, is the call, or no, is it going against the Catamounts? It looks like it is, the way the Knights are headed in towards their offensive zone and setting up for a set piece. Leon Boltz's goal-saving tackle saved the goal for now, but they're going to have to make another play if they want to save this goal, because the Knights have been solid on set pieces here this season. And this is an area for goal scoring. Watch out for some trickery. You have Hidachi, Avatrani, and someone else over there. Someone else is going to run over this ball. Yep, third guy's going to kick it. Hidachi, and it's saved. That's been the game plan so far this season for the Knights. They like to get some trickery going with those set pieces. You see 2 guys step over the ball, and then the third guy comes in and makes a good effort. We actually saw the Knights get an overtime winner on a goal like that. Just over 4 minutes left in this first half. The Knights still knocking on opportunity's door. Hidachi played over onto the far sideline. Now trying to switch fields, and Bolts cannot get a foot on it, but Perry's there to bail out his teammate and kick it out of bounds. But the Knights will still have an opportunity here. Hamza Guidre looks to take the throw in, a guy who's usually been in the starting lineup this season. Found himself coming off the bench here in this one. 3 minutes left in the first half. First half that's been dominated here by the Knights. But luckily for the Catamounts players, coaches, and fans, the scoreboard only reads 1-0. Certainly giving them a lot of hope moving forward into the second half. They're still very much alive and kicking in this one, the Catamounts are. But they need to find a way to, 1, possess the ball, and 2, get things going offensively. Not a lot of offensive opportunities in the game for them so far. Only 1 shot on goal in this first half, and you're not going to win a lot of games with a stat like that. Big boot down the sideline. Nobody there for the Catamounts. Roby comes up, picks it up, quickly tosses it over towards a teammate. 2 minutes left in this one. Plenty of time for the Knights to get a second goal. Plenty of time for the Catamounts to break through and get a first goal. There's going to be a whistle. Go against the team in blue. It's going to hurt their chances of getting their first goal, as now under 2 minutes to play. The Knights will take possession into their offensive zone. Tremendous display of offense there from Tenay. But the pass after the dribble moves wasn't solid. Knights will still have possession. That ball will roll out of bounds on the far sideline. Knights with a throw in. Just over a minute left. Ball is bouncing around. Still bouncing around. Knights have it now. A minute left to play. Hadachi carrying. Shot. Saved. Man, that's a difficult save to make. Bounce shot like that. That could easily find its way past the keeper, but it also could easily find its way in front of the keeper and set up one of the Knights players for a rebound as well. Those are some of the more difficult shots to catch cleanly. Another good save there by Joel Romero. He has faced 7 shots on goal, and he saved 6 of them. There's a play in towards the box. Adachi's going to get another try. Turns, shoots, and it's sent away by Bolts, the Catamounts defender. And the Catamounts maybe avoid disaster there, as that will probably be the final play of the first half, as the clock is going to hit triple zeros and that whistle is going to blow. The final score at the end of the first 45 is 1-0 Knights. Can the Catamounts find their offense, or will the Knights break things open? We're going to find out in the second half. We'll be back after this short halftime break. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Castle here at CCBC Essex. Aaron Thomas in the broadcast booth. Once again here for the second half. First half was pretty much all Knights, though the scoreboard doesn't really reflect that very much since it's only a 1-0 game. We don't keep track of time of possession at this level, but if we did, the time of possession arrow would certainly be in favor of the Knights as they spent most of that first half inside their offensive zone. A lot of turnovers by the Catamounts at the midfield line and also in their defensive zone, giving extra possession to the Knights and giving extra opportunities at goal to the Knights as well. Knights were able to crack through on one of those opportunities, but that's it. 1-0 is the score. It's where we find ourselves. The Catamounts are down, but they are certainly not out. Let's see if they can make some second half adjustments here, get this thing back to even with a goal in the early part of this second half. I think the longer this game stays at 1-0, even though the Catamounts are right in it, they're right there. The longer this game stays at 1-0, I think the more it favors the Knights. Catamounts need to break even or get to even sooner than later. Ball bouncing around. Wren has it. Headed towards goal scoring area. Gives it up to Price. And flag. A near sideline judge is out of my viewpoint, so I did not see that. The way the fans are reacting, though, it seems like that sideline judge was right on top of it. Missed opportunity there for the Knights, but one they can afford to miss since they're up 1-0. Don't want to miss very many more. Don't want to miss too many more of those, though. Not want to allow the Catamounts to stay in this one, and then Wren loses control of it. And, man, I thought Wren kind of just fell down. I didn't really see the push. Knights will have possession. Great opportunity for some offense here. This is a set piece near sideline, about 7-8 yards outside of the box. Probably not going to go from goal here, but you put this in towards the middle of the box, let one of your teammates go after it. This is a great opportunity for some offense for the team in white jerseys. Not even 3 minutes into this second half, and the Knights have a chance to get their lead to 2 goals. Whoa, that one's out of bounds. It went off the field goal post. A tremendous effort. One of those Knights players got a head on it and wasn't able to do anything with it. That was a great effort on the ball in towards the box, though. Number 8, Sam Majaya. A nice move there. Almost got an assist for his effort. And number 18 checks. Oh, I thought he was checking out of the game. No, he's just giving a high five to his teammate. And Wren taking a shot there. And that's going to give a set piece to the Knights in pretty much the same area the last one came from, maybe a yard further back. But it's another great opportunity. The Knights almost capitalized on the first. Can they make the most of the second? Hollinsworth set up. He looks like he wants to take this one. He will. His effort wasn't as good as Sam's. No disrespect towards Hollinsworth, but his was not a really good goal-scoring opportunity. He'll have a chance to make up for it here with the cross, and it's over everybody's head. Onalaja gets a chance at it as he gets the 50-50 ball. It's sent back towards the Knights' defense. Hollinsworth gets another try at it, and they'll slow things down. Ran Yasu. Man, Wren, he's dribbling that ball. He has the ball like on a string attached to his foot. I thought for sure he was going to lose that on the sideline. Somehow kept it in, and that one's off the field goal post. Man, the Knights are really close to breaking this one open and getting that second goal of the game. 5 minutes into this second half, and the Knights have had some good opportunities already here. Oh, stolen in the defensive zone. Price is tripped up. They're going to let the continuation go. And no call. Oh, man, that was a missed one, I think, there. Price looked like he got his legs taken out from underneath of him. Here come the Catamounts. Opportunity. They caught the defense napping. What a tackle by Hamza Aguidre, excuse me. Last line of defense there before the goalie, Aguidre, came in and made the tackle. I don't know what happened to the Knights there, but they found themselves out of position, and the Catamounts almost were gifted the first goal of the game. The team in the blue jerseys are going to have an opportunity at a corner kick on the near sideline. 6 minutes into this second half, chance to break even here. An early opportunity at offense. Good corner, though there was only white jerseys there, and one of them got ahead on the ball. And here comes Hollingsworth. Gives it up to Wren. Wren slows down. Couple white jerseys in front of him. He wants to give it up to one of them. Onalaja's there. Perfect pass out front. And we will get the whistle. And is that going to be a penalty kick? No, it happened right outside of the box. This is an opportunity for some offense, but more importantly right now, number 12 is still down, though he's now being helped up. Tremendous display of sportsmanship there from number 9, Sam Perry. Let Onalaja take it. He earned it. Took a hard fall there. He has scored on opportunities like this earlier this season. He took a hard shot in the box earlier this season, earned himself a penalty kick, and scored on it. We may see that again, though this isn't a penalty kick, but it is a set piece in a goal-scoring area. Onalaja does not look like he's going to take it as he's headed in towards the box. There is 3 players standing in front of the ball, Hollingsworth, Isaiah Price, and Majaya. I'm guessing 2 people are going to step over it, and then the third one's going to take it. My money's on Price taking this one. Step over. Price steps over. Hollingsworth takes it instead, and it goes off the wall. Tough area to score from because you are so close to the wall there. Don't have as much area to get that ball into the air. You got to make a perfect strike from that area. Hollingsworth did not do that. Here come the Catamounts, and Will Tenay makes the play. Number 6, Ethan Anderson, was sneaking behind Tenay, and Onalaja gets it, shot, Price, the rebound, good! The Knights finally break through, and the look of frustration on the Catamounts goalkeeper's face says it all. He made the initial save, but Isaiah Price is there for the putback. Not all goals are created equal. That one, it's got to feel slimy when you give it up. You make the first save, but cannot make the save on the second one. I said not all goals are equal, but if you're a Knights fan, doesn't matter how you get it, right? They all count for the same. Your team's now up 2-0, and your team has a little bit of a cushion right now and is starting to feel a little bit safer. That second goal of the game for the Knights came at such a great time because it did look like the Catamounts offense was maybe starting to get something going. who knows, a couple more minutes, maybe they would have got their first goal of the game and got this thing back to even. Instead, we're sitting at 2-0 with just over 36 minutes to play in the contest. Isaiah Price, let's look at his numbers headed into the contest. He had 10 goals. He now has 11 goals on the season. He's 1 goal behind Diago Adachi for the team lead. Adachi has 12 goals on the season. And this is going to be a corner kick for the Catamounts, far sideline. Tremendous opportunity for some offense. Cannot allow this game to continue at 2-0. They need to get their first goal of the game quickly. They want to keep their comeback hopes alive. They also cannot allow the Knights to get a third goal. Here's some trickery on the corner. Sent away by Tushizawa, who saw it, sniffed it out, and shut it out. As I was saying before the play got going, the Catamounts cannot allow the Knights to get a third goal here. I think a third goal for the Knights could be the nail in the coffin. And here comes Hollingsworth. Here's the offense. Step over and towards the middle. Price cannot get a foot on it. And here's Bolts trying to send it out for the Catamounts. Good offensive outburst there for a moment. Looked like the Knights had something. They may have something here. Long shot. Rolls into the hands of Romero. It will go down as a shot on goal, but certainly not the best effort we've seen from the Knights here today. 10 minutes have been played in this second half. The score is 2-0, 1 goal in the first half for the Knights and 1 goal in the second half. Catamounts offense still on life support, but they have shown signs of life. We were close to pronouncing them dead in the first half after their performance. Here in the second half, they've some corner kicks. Almost caught the Knights napping. Let's see if they can find a way to break through here in this one. I think the key for them offensively is possession, first and foremost. Obviously, a lot of turnovers for them, but they need to find a way to get the Knights team running around, whether that's a transition opportunity or whether that's, playing a little keep away. Try and catch the Knights out of position with the short passing game. Don't think that this is going to be a game where the Catamounts are going to be able to get around the Knights defense with an individual effort. They're going to need to find a way to break through as a team, as a unit. No surprise, this Knights team's not going to be a team that's going to make a lot of mistakes and give you a victory. You're going to have to punch them in the mouth and eventually knock them out. The Catamounts just haven't been able to do that. The Knights on the verge of possibly knocking the Catamounts out, though, with a corner kick on the near sideline. Short kick, and it does not work out for the Knights. Can they get possession back, though? A lot of jerseys around that ball on the near sideline, and they do get the ball back, but not for long. They'll have a throw-in, though. 2 minutes separating these two teams from the 30-minute mark of the second half, which means we've almost played a full 15 minutes in this second half. It's been a little bit closer than the first half, but the Knights still in charge. Knights not desperate for action right now, using the short passing game to their advantage. Oh, wow. Find them out of position. Hollingsworth slows down. Wilfred Tanay! Oh, man, what a save by Romero. Will Tanay, number 10, the sophomore out of Owings Mills, Maryland, with a tremendous opportunity there. Almost put on one of the better goals you'll see all season long. Sent away by Romero with one hand. There's Tanay taking the throw-in. The Knights will still be knocking on opportunity's door here as we resume play. And the Catamounts finally break through and get possession. They've got space. Now trying to go for the long pass, and Will Tenay is there, and he's not going to let the offensive player get to that ball. And great display of sportsmanship there from number 6, Ethan Anderson, the freshman out of Petersburg, West Virginia, helping up Roby after those two collided. Catamounts forced the issue there offensively, and it got them a possession in their offensive zone. They weren't able to do anything with it. Long pass up to Price. He's got an angle, and he cannot get to the ball. Bolts got to it before Price, even though Price had the better angle. Price may have had the angle, but Bolts had the leverage. The big 6'5" strides got there before Price could. And 15 minutes into this second half, we have seen another goal added onto the board for the Knights, but the Catamounts are still in this thing, and their offense has shown some signs of life. Ball on the outside. Tushizawa tried to clear it, but ended up playing it out of bounds, and he gives possession to the Catamounts in their offensive zone on that far sideline with a throw-in. Catamounts doing a good job of keeping the offense for the Knights off the field here since getting the second goal of the game. Now the Catamounts offense needs to find a way to break through and get their first goal of the game. Cannot allow this game to stay at 2-0. Already right now they have 2 chances of winning this game, slim and none. The longer this game stays at 2-0, the more those chances start to fade away. Now, if they let the Knights get a third goal, then I think Slim will walk right out the door, and they'll be left with the hopes of none. Trip on that far sideline. Onalaje took the fall. It gave possession to the Knights. With under 30 to play. To Shizawa, long pass. Hollinsworth's there. Great job of controlling that. But Hollinsworth's cross left a little bit to be desired. Knights will still have it, though. Catamounts struggling to clear this ball out of their defensive zone. Ball finds its way through. No one can get to it. And an opportunity at offense, and the eyes were way too big there for the Catamounts. They saw the goal, went right for it, even though that wasn't a great opportunity. Can't say you blame them, though, since the Catamounts haven't had a lot of opportunities at goal. You want to take advantage of it when you see it, but put a better effort on it than that. Here's another long pass for Hollinsworth, and what an accurate play by Hollinsworth. He used the shoulder to flick it over towards Rios. And that's where we are here. Here's Wren trying to get around that second defender. Cannot. Stonewalled there by Perry. To Shizawa. Gives it up. Here's Wren on the far sideline. He's got 3 blue jerseys around him. Somehow finds a way around all of them and then gives it up. There's a through ball. Finds its way towards Seth. Far sideline. Cross off of a Catamounts defender. Rolls over to Hollinsworth. And that one will go out of bounds. Last touch by the blue jerseys. And the Knights will take possession. Throw in near sideline. And Hidachi will check into the game, as well as one other player for the Knights. Hidachi and this Mystery Knights player look to be checking into the game for Onalaje and Isaiah Price. Thought Wren may take a seat. They'll keep him out. All three of the Japanese big three now on the field for the Knights. Tushizawa, Hidachi, and Rin Yasu. Tushizawa hearing his name called the most today. A lot of good defensive plays from him today. Though Rin Yasu does have the goal, and a tremendous goal it was. He made a couple men miss, put a tremendous shot on the goal, bottom corner. It was the first goal of the game. Ball was headed towards goal-scoring area. Asaheni, last line of defense there, really. And the hand up in the air from the Catamounts player. He only has one sub on that sideline. I don't know if that means he wants to check out of the game or maybe he's saying my bad to a teammate. Be surprised to see his coaches take him out of the game, though. Dino Geraldino, 4 goals in their last contest. Roby comes off the line, makes the save. Not a lot of time to spare there. 25 minutes, all that separates these two teams from the end of this contest. That means we played almost a full 20 minutes in this second half. Very exciting second half. We do have 1 goal for the Knights, and the Catamounts offense has started to come alive here a little bit. Here come the Knights offense, though. Nice play there by Perry. Last line of defense there. If he doesn't make that tackle, there's an opportunity at goal scoring. Excuse me, that was not Perry. That was Roger Larte. Roger was the last line of defense there for the team in the blue jerseys. Catamounts trying to get something going offensively here in this one. Said it earlier, the longer this game goes at 2-0, the more it favors the Knights. Oh, nice move by Aguirre. Getting around the defender. He's carrying it with space now. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the blue jerseys. Rin Yasu and the Knights take over possession. Rin, not a good throw in. As the Catamounts now up possession. Turnover at the midfield line. Long pass will roll safely into the arms of Roby. And Roby well on his way to getting a 5th straight shutout for the Knights. You got 4 straight wins coming into this game, all coming via the shutout. Well on their way to getting a 5th win via the shutout right now. 23 minutes and some change, all that's separating the Knights from that. Rin turns on the Jets and then turns them off just as quickly. Here's Hollingsworth. Flick in. Hidachi. And he's going to get another shot at it. Gives it up. Shot. And I think that deflected off of a Catamounts player. Either that or that was not a good shot by Rios. Hollingsworth is headed over towards that near sideline to take the corner kick, so it looks like it went off of a Catamounts player. That's his 7th corner of the game here issued to the Knights. Hollingsworth will take the corner, this time from the near sideline. Hands up in the air, ball will follow. Quality corner, a little bit too much mustard on it, though. One-touch shot will go out of bounds. Last touch by the Catamounts, and the Knights will have a corner kick from the far sideline this time. Sam Majaya will take this one. Let's see if his effort is a little bit better than Hollingsworth's. He'll go for a short one, so it is. Rin, he'll take the cross, and what a goal! Rin Yasui with an assist to go along with his goal. And man, I think the assist may have been prettier than the goal. Rin, let's look at the stat line for him on the season now. He came into this contest with 2 goals on the season and 4 assists, and he now has 3 goals to go along with 5 assists. A tremendous season for the man out of Japan. And that could be the nail in the coffin for this Catamounts team. Said it numerous times here in this second half. The Catamounts cannot allow the Knights to get a third goal. An aggressive play there from number 13 for the Knights, Sam Diaz, as he gets the flag. So now 3-0 for the Catamounts, and probably the best game of the season so far from number 1, Rin Yasoi. Sam Diaz. Another very aggressive play on that near sideline. A little bit of a frustration kick from the ground, though, from Leon Bolts. 21 minutes and some change left here in this one. Bolts will put the boots to it. And you saw on that last goal from the Knights, Catamounts defense was not expecting the short play on the corner kick. The Knights noticed it, took advantage of it, made the most of it, and got the third goal. Could be the nail in the coffin. That's 1 goal in the first half for the Knights, 2 in the second half, and that is where we sit right now. 3-0 is the score. Hidachi playing around with it, trying. Diaz, can he chase this down? Perry's there. Diaz beats him to it, though. Nice move there by number 13. Here's Rin. In towards the box. Gets it up, and Hidachi was there. Nope, excuse me, that was Rios. He couldn't get to it. Hidachi, the shot. It's wide of the net. That big swinging leg coming in. Hidachi, a tough shot there. Made the most of it and almost got a goal. It would have been his team-leading 13th goal of the season. But now with just over 20 minutes left, Catamounts will take possession on the goal kick. And that third goal really could be the decider. And I don't think I'm the only one who thinks that, because Coach Fiedler now has most of his bench unit up and at the scoring table ready to check into the game. So obviously Coach Fiedler feels that that third goal was a little bit of a breathing room goal as well. Hidachi carrying it, gives it up to Hollinsworth. Hollinsworth now gives it up to Hidachi. Near sideline's open. Can he get around this defender? He cannot, and the pass towards Hollinsworth is a little bit behind him, so it's stolen by the Catamounts. Here come the team in the blue jerseys. Tremendous effort put on by number 13, Sam Diaz. That is David versus Goliath if I've ever seen it. Diaz stands at 5'6", and Bolt stands at 6'5". That's like my little brother Jacob trying to steal my lunch money. Oh, there's a play on the far sideline. Man, Rinyasu, no one on this team for the Knights takes bigger hits than that guy. Maybe his hits just look bigger because he's usually the smallest guy on the field, but I feel like at least once a game, Rin takes a hard fall. That one was his hard fall for today's game, and no, he's back down on the ground. He looks to be in a considerable amount of pain as the ref has now thrown up the X to stop the clock, and the trainer will come onto the field. So we'll take a break as there's an injury timeout on the field. 3-0 is the score. The Knights are up big right now. 18 minutes and 6 seconds left. We'll be back after this short break. Short break indeed, as the Knights are back out there, and it looks like Rin is still on the field. Or did he come out? Can't see if that's him on that far sideline or not. No, it is not him. He is out of the game, and there's a Moss-like catch. Not only did he high point that one like Moss, he had to get the toes down like Moss too, because if he catches that and runs into the goal, that's a goal. Got to be aware of where the sideline is at all times, or the end line, excuse me. And the Catamounts will get the call to go their way as number 18, Dino Geraldino, looking over towards the ref with the come on man sign. Here come the Catamounts. Opportunity for some offense. Put this in towards the middle. It's an opportunity for Leon Bolts to show off the big leg. Let's see if he can show off the German hammer. Big kick towards a goal-scoring area, but only Aguidre's there to get ahead on it. And they're going to say there was some pushing and shoving. It looks like Geraldino, was the one who got the whistle. Hidachi plays it over. And now we are close to the 15-minute mark of this second half, which means we've almost played 30 minutes. It also means we are getting pretty close to the end of this one. Knights 16 minutes and some change away from a clean sweep of the Catamounts here this afternoon as the Knights women's team. And Adachi, long shot, wide of the net. As I was saying before the shot, the Knights women's team, 11-0 winners in game one of our doubleheader. Big group substitution coming into the game. Surprised to see Hoffman not in that group. He'll probably be in the next group of guys coming into the game for the Knights, as Tushizawa is still out there as well as Aguidre. So Coach Fiedler not taking out all of the starters just yet. Those two guys still in there as well as Hidachi. And Roby in there as well. Be surprised if we see a goalie change, though, in this game. Razan Ahmedi, man out of the UK, checked into the game. This is a guy had to do a couple extra sprints after last week's game when he scored in the final 30 seconds of a blowout win against Hagerstown. And here's an opportunity for some offense. Probably going to put this in towards the middle back part of the box. Under 15 to play. 3-0 is the score. Andy Portillo and Ferderis Melgar both there, standing there. And that one will go out of bounds. Last touched by the Knights. Wow, I thought that one went off a Catamounts player. Catamounts able to avoid disaster there for a moment, though. This has been the big struggle for them here so far in this game, and that is getting the ball out of their defensive zone with possession. A lot of turnovers in their defensive zone here this afternoon, and a lot more turnovers at the midfield. Forwards and midfielders putting on their tackling shoes. Oh, a nutmeg! Opportunity at goal! Pass in! Shot! Score! What a play by the Knights! All set up by the tremendous offense by number 20, Sam Ondunha. Sam Ondunha nutmegged the defender in front of him and put on a tremendous pass over to number 27, Razan Ahmedi. And Razan finished where he left off last weekend. That is now 3 goals in 2 games for number 27. Let's check out the stats for him. 6 goals coming into this game, and now he has 7 on the season. Number 27, 7 goals off the bench for number 27, Razan Ahmedi. What a tremendous gift for Coach Fiedler and this squad, having a guy, your third leading goal scorer on the team, coming off the bench. Such a luxury to have at any level, particularly this level where the competition is so fierce. Number 27, Razan Ahmedi, with the goal there. So he has 7 goals now to go along with 2 assists on the season. He may get another one here, though, as the Knights are going to have an opportunity at some offense here. Far sideline, about 20, 25 yards outside of the box. Here's a set piece. They put this in towards this near sideline in the back part of the box. A lot of power on that shot. Ahmedi was right there waiting for it to roll over towards him and couldn't do anything with it. Excuse me, that was not Ahmedi. That was number 23, Matthew Wise. Catamounts. Wheels have officially fallen off the bus for them. They've given up 3 goals here in this second half. Ahmedi's gifted one. And a good defensive effort there from number 8, Gustavo de Armas. Gustavo noticed that turnover coming from the other side of the field and sprinted over towards this near sideline and really stonewalled the Knights defense from going any further. Here's Avatrani, gives it up. Adachi looking for his first goal of the afternoon. He's going to get it right back. Turn and shoot. No, it's saved by Romero. Romero, after having a tremendous first half where he made 3 absolutely highlight reel saves, the second half has been one he'd like to forget or maybe like to do over. Ball on the far sideline. These two teams are 2 minutes away from the 10-minute warning here in this game. And the Knights are looking to play a little bit of keep away here. I don't think that that's going to be the strategy moving forward. I think they're still going to be looking to go for goal here, but they're not going to force the issue as much. Wait for the defense to get out of possession with the short passing game. This is the kind of offense that I thought that the Catamounts were going to have coming out of the second half. They were looking for the long pass in the first half. That was not working. Knight set piece opportunity, far sideline. Good opportunity for offense. Not the best effort there, though. Ball in towards the box.